So here we go.
Yep.
Shubhan, Devashish, and myself, I will let Shubhan take over today because he's just completed the T20 World Cup while Devashish and I have been watching him from South Africa. So, Shubhan, a
Yes.
huge game between the two people you were following in South Africa, the two ladies who have dominated women's cricket in India for the last couple of years after Jhulan and Mitali. Over to you.
Absolutely, RCB versus Mumbai Indians at the Prabon Stadium, and I'll start by giving a toss update to all our viewers. So RCB have won the toss and have opted to bat first. This is a specific particular rivalry in men's IPL which has gained a lot of traction, lot of eyeballs over the last decade due to that Virat Kohli versus Rohit Sharma battle. But the similar battle we are going to see here is in the form of Smriti Mandhana versus Harmanpreet Kaur. Two, as Boryada said, two icons of women's cricket, the modern women's cricket in India, and it's going to be a fascinating battle. Mumbai Indians are coming into this match after a streamrolling performance in the opener, whereas RCB got a bit of a reality check despite having all the big superstars in their 11. And this match will set the pace for the next set of games in this WPL. I have Debashish Sen joining with me. I have Boria Majumdar joining with me. And Boria, I'll start with you. We have seen this battle. We have seen this rivalry in men's IPL. Can this particular teams, both particular teams, Mumbai Indians, RCB, can they create the same hype? We have already seen the hype, but can they create the same level of intensity which we have seen in men's IPL, in women's IPL as well?
Absolutely. Why not? If not more. I mean, why do we say that can they create the same intensity? Maybe they'll create more. RCB in the men's
Yep.
version have not won anything. Did not start very well in the women's version either. But if they try and pick up pieces and they have the team
Hmm.
to do so, then why not? I mean,
Yep.
incredible side with tremendous talent. And when you have a
Hmm.
Harman playing against a Smriti, you know that both of them will want to outdo each other. Captain of India, vice captain of India, just like the men's version for a long, long time. And you will know that these two fan brigades, whether it's the blue or the red, will try and do everything possible. I know Devashish Sen will say Mumbai Indians. I know you will say RCB, and I know Trisha Ghoshal will say no team because she is
Yes.
Gujarat. Having said that,
Yes.
this is a match for the fans. A Harman versus
Yep.
Smriti battle. You've got all the big guns in the two teams. So absolutely a cracking one in prospect.
Absolutely, Harmanpreet Kaur's Mumbai Indians are going with the same playing 11. RCB have made one change. They have brought in left-arm spinner Shriyanka Patil. A lot of hype around Shriyanka, given that she is from Karnataka, a local player for RCB. Let's see what she can do. But Devashish, your thoughts on this match? Mumbai versus RCB. Mumbai won their opening match. RCB lost their opening match. What homework have you done this time around?
Nothing but obviously, I think the momentum is with Mumbai Indians having won that first match by a convincing margin, and all their batters got going, especially Harmanpreet Kaur. I mean, she has carried her form from the T20 World Cup semi-final to this WPL inaugural match against Gujarat Giants, and she looked class. And remember, the match will be played at the CCI, so it's a small ground. So we might see runs galore, and RCB has won a good toss. So I
Yep.
am someone I look forward to Richa Ghosh utilizing the small boundary, and also it's a bit unfortunate that Dan Van Nika misses out in the second match too. So he missed out in the
Yeah.
first match. So this is the second match he misses out. But all eyes will be on, as you rightly said, both of you rightly said that it has all the credentials to be a cracker of a match, because we in a men's IPL we know what a match it is between Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, two of the biggest brands in men's cricket. So and similarly, so I think and the one thing is that means RCB would have loved to have this match at Chinnaswamy Stadium, because I guess there will be more crowds of Mumbai Indians rather than RCB.
But last time around, in the last game, we saw the Mumbai crowd cheering aloud for RCB. There were RCB chants all over the park. But this time they will be in a bit of a scuff whether to chant for Mumbai Indians or RCB. We have a question or a comment from Hemang Bhamra, an ardent follower of Red Sports. I can see it. till now we have seen that chasing in this WPL is not easy. Obviously, Grace Harris did something exceptional. So, what are your views as MI would be chasing? And Harmanpreet Kaur clearly said that they wanted to bowl first, and that has been the trend. Boryada, with Mumbai being a area where you have a lot of dew. Regardless of the temperature, regardless of the weather. Do you think that that is playing a huge role? Because Sneha Rana yesterday, after what Grace Harris did, it was exceptional. It was sensational. But Sneha Rana did mention that it is becoming quite tough to grip the ball in the second part of the match. So, do you think that will play a big role in this WPL entirely?
Yes, it will. Because if you think about the T20 World Cup some years back and India's loss to the West Indies, you will remember that all the male players said that the ball becomes like a
Yeah,
bar of soap. And this was the same time. It was March. And March with the,
yeah,
in Mumbai, the ball becoming like that is a bit of a problem. Uh,
right.
so that's absolutely the case. I mean, having said
Mhm.
that, you have to figure out a way, Shubha. You got to figure out a way
Right,
that tosses cannot win cricket matches. Quality does, right?
right,
Uh,
right,
tosses do not win you games. Trisha Ghoshal, for
right.
example, can
Trisha
strike and
is
win Gujarat a game. Not everybody can, right? So Trisha is
right.
an exceptional person in that sense. There she is. You don't make fun of Trisha Ghoshal. You don't. At your own
No,
peril,
no,
you don't.
no.
No, don't you?
Especially when you're talking about Gujarat, you don't. Okay. So having said that,
Absolutely
you
not.
know, due, all of that, it's a problem, but you've got to
Mm.
find a way. You've got to find a way to overcome due. You've got to find a way to try and bowl well in the second half. Mumbai,
Right,
they have a quality side. They've won a match. So these are important things that will go for them, and all of them scored. And Amelia Kirk,
right.
Harmanpreet Kaur,
Yeah.
Haley Matthews,
Haley
Monica,
Matthews scored. Yeah, yeah.
correct, correct. I mean, so all of them scored. Yes, yes, we will say a 48-meter boundary. We will say a CCI. Now these are factors that one needs to keep in mind. Whether it's a 50-meter odd boundary. Now that's a very small ground. If it's a 50
Right,
plus meter boundary, that's a very small ground. Having said that, 200 plus scores, people are loving it. That's what you wanted to watch. But you're slightly being harsh on the bowlers if it's a 50 plus
right.
meter boundary, right? So these are things that you have to keep in mind. Grace Harris was extraordinary. Not every day will
Yeah.
you see a Grace Harris, and I
Mm.
I think Grace Harris is not one of the primary members of the Australian team. And look at what Grace Harris does. And that tells you we are still quite a bit behind. You know, I was trying to sort of think to myself, which Indian batter can do a Grace Harris? No one.
Perhaps a Richa Ghosh if she is on song on that particular day, but
Then
that's
we have
only
to
one
go for
out of
Rishabh.
nine. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not
Grace
consistency,
Harris
that's
is
why. I mean,
exceptional. Trisha,
doing it
please.
one day,
Yeah.
doing it one day, one innings is one thing. The moment Grace Harris came, uh, suddenly you could see that Gujarat was under a lot of pressure. That's what Richa probably doesn't bring in as yet because of the consistency, nothing else. You
Right.
might be a very attacking batter, but if you're not consistent
Mhm.
enough, it doesn't matter. And to stay calm
Right.
in that situation and win the game that convincingly, well, I think Grace Harris was fabulous.
Right.
I think
Right.
Trisha
Right.
Ghoshal
Absolutely.
is at Orko Rudro's place, our editor's place. I mean, that's where
Yeah.
she is might be, or she might be in a cafe because every time there's a
I'm in
match
the
that she
cafe,
wants
yeah, because I
something,
was in the middle.
yeah.
I was in the middle and I suddenly realized, oh crap, I have to do the show. So I was like, okay. I got down of the car and I entered a cafe and I'm like doing the show.
Trisha, but your thoughts on Shreyanka Patil coming in that RCB 11 left arm spinner, a lot of hype around her, Karnataka player. Your thoughts on Shreyanka Patil?
I think it's a fantastic inclusion. In fact, I was surprised when RCB didn't include her in the first half. It's always, especially in DC, Meg Lanning. I have been
Mhm.
repeating this since the World Cup that Meg Lanning is one of the best
The
batsmen
cafe
in the
probably
game.
doesn't have a
And
great
Shriyanka,
internet. That's
Yeah,
why
it has good
she's
coffee,
struggling a
but
bit.
yeah,
it has good
unfortunately.
coffee but poor internet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
No, I was saying Shriyanka Patil. Can you hear me?
It's a bit choppy. It's a bit choppy right now, your internet. Maybe you can try and reconnect again.
Okay.
Yeah, but Debashish, I'll come to you. You have covered. You are the most traveled cricket journalist in India. And one thing, what you have noticed over the last couple of years since Dubai World Cup, how do team train to tackle dew, the bowlers? We have seen them train with the wet ball, but what particular have you noticed among all the bowlers? How do they train to tackle the dew?
Obviously, the one thing that is common these days is that most of these bowlers they carry a towel with them because
Hmm.
it does gets difficult for the team bowling second because with so much of dew. But whether the dew CCI will have dew, I have a doubt. But
Hmm.
then and there's this spray also, no, where that the groundsman they
But I don't think they are using that magic spray to
uh,
remove the dew in this WPL. But I don't think they are using it.
yeah, so that then they should have because a team winning the toss and batting first a huge advantage for the side because it does get difficult to grip the ball with so much of
Right,
dew and this time around the year you will have dew
right,
in the stadiums in Mumbai.
right,
Shivan,
right.
before you ask the next question, just to let our viewers
Mhm.
know that we would have had Amit Shah in the ground. Unfortunately,
Right,
his mother is unwell, and that is why we do not have a representative on ground in Mumbai now, because Amit is all of a sudden pulled up, and that's why he's not there at the ground. So let's sort of state that and wish his mother a very speedy
absolutely.
recovery. And while I do so, it's also Amit Shah's birthday today. So,
Yeah,
so Amit, all the very best for your birthday and the wishes for your mother to get better as soon as possible. That's the best birthday
right.
wish all of us can give you for a start. Yes, Shiva.
Absolutely, and wish her a speedy recovery from not only us but the entire sports team and all our viewers as well. So hopefully she'll have a speedy recovery. But coming back to the match, these two teams, Mumbai, RCB, Boria, our power pack unit. You look at their playing 11; they have so much of talent, so much of big names, but one thing which I wanted to ask you, Sophie Devine, Smriti Mandhana opening. Sophie Devine has been going through a bit of a rough patch for around a year now. She plays well here and there, but given the stature of Sophie Devine, maybe RCB are trying. Okay, let's give her another game. But at the same time, you are leaving someone like Dane Nierkak out of the 11. How do you manage that? Dane brings her that all-round skill, lower down the order. She can come and hit the ball. So how do you? Which player would, as if you were part of that RCB management, which player would you pick? Sophie Devine or a Dane Nierkak? Both legends of the game.
See, if you've gone with the Sophie Devine in the first match, you have to go with the Sophie Devine in the second match. You can't drop a player
Right,
after one game, right? It's not fair. So you've got to give
right.
somebody a fair run. And if a legend like a Sophie Devine doesn't perform in two, three, four matches, then you decide on a call like that. How can you, on the basis of one game, drop a Sophie Devine? That is not possible.
Right.
So I think that's a fair call. Having said that, Dene van Niekerk, I mean, all of us know how good she can be lower down the order, quick runs with the leg spin, a legend
Let's
of the South African game and the world game, former
say.
skipper, brings in a lot there, could have advised Smriti Mandhana as well. So a lot that can be brought in, and for her emotionally, you want her to come and play as soon as possible. After what she went through in South Africa, the 18-second curse, we can go to Trisha Ghoshal on that. You know, Dene van Niekerk
Yeah.
would want to take the field as soon as possible. So that, Trisha, what is your take? Dene van Niekerk, Sophie Devine, of course, this foreign player number is there. What would you have done?
Even a Heather Knight for that matter. Even a Heather
I
Knight in the
would
11
have
for
gone.
that matter. Daniel Nierkirk, what's your take?
I would have straight away gone for Danny.
Yeah.
First match, I would have actually because Sophie Devine has been out of form for quite a long time. So I would have,
Right, right.
and also, she has that leg spin, batting
Mm-hmm.
order that Devine has
Trisha's
got
internet
it.
is really choppy, really choppy.
Yeah. Trisha, you need to go home and get going for the
Yes,
night show. Shopnil, you can inform
yes,
Trisha to get going, get to in front of the television set, and she can join us at night when we have to
right.
leave Devashish then because he wants an early night tonight. after his chicken biryani.
Right. Right.
I
But
am
Boryada, we have a question.
I'm having a tough time because
What happened?
my wife, my son are not at home,
Yeah.
so bit of a busy time.
So correct. So they
Bhojori
teach you
manna again. Bhojori manna again.
Oh, no, and tomorrow being Holi, tomorrow being Dole here,
Ah.
so I have to organize the food for tomorrow. Whole day we will be locked. I don't
Are
play
you
with
Hmm.
I don't play
are
with
you
colors.
are you having bhang tomorrow, Mama?
I don't play with colors, Buryada. Sorry, I neither
Maybe he will open.
No, Mama,
He
you
I
will
and I.
open that Australian wine.
No,
of
no, no,
his kind
Mama,
wine.
you and I are the same. Only bhang, only Siddhi person among us is the man in the middle. Shubhan Chakrabarti, the rockstar, he will have his glass of Siddhi and then do the dance. He's the tattoo man. I mean, you and I are only people.
But to break that, I don't play Holi either. I'll probably have my glass of Siddhi and I'll just relax
Very
at
good.
my place and
Very good.
What's up WPL, what's up WPL. But yes, Bhang or Siddhi without Holi, or in Holi is you have to have it. You have to have it. But coming back to the match. I mean, if we look at that Mumbai Indians unit, they had almost a perfect game, 220 plus, 200 plus with the bat. But I guess at the same time, you need to have Yastika Bhatia get going up front. She's playing well, but Yastika Bhatia, the future in the Indian team. If she starts performing, what do you have to say about that, Devashish? Yastika Bhatia in the front, if she can get a good start along with Haley Matthews. Haley Matthews, we know what she can do. But if she can do, then she can lay the platform for a Nat Blunt or a Harmanpreet Kaur.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, one would have Mumbai would love to see her get going. But the good thing about Mumbai Indians team is that they are stacked with so many all rounders. That is what you
Yes.
want. That is what you want.
Yes.
I think to me, Delhi Capitals, Mumbai Indians, and are the two teams to watch out for. I have been telling from day one. For me, Mumbai Indians, because in T20 format, you need all rounders. You need players who can, because they can. I was just going through their lineup. Jintamani Kalita is coming in at number 10. She's also an all rounder. So,
Yes, she can bat. She can bat well.
and
yeah,
and and, and Harman specifically singled her out. Singled her out as a player to watch along with Dhara Gujjar. Just
yes,
to
Yes.
yes.
answer, there was a question by somebody about Dayal. I think about Hemlata.
Ha, Hemlata, Dayal. Yeah, Dayal and Hemlata. Do you see her play for India?
Yeah, because she was part of the Indian schema, and then all of a sudden
Hmm.
she was no longer playing. Do you see Hemlata play? Exactly that question.
Yes, yes. Anubhav
I do. I
Talukdar.
do.
Yes.
Absolutely, I do. I mean, she was part of the Indian schema 1.5, 2 years back, and then all of a sudden, that crop. You have seen Devika Vaidya come through a bit. You have seen Simran Dil Bahadur go out. You have seen Priya Punia go out. You have seen Dayal and Hemalata go out. So that crop has gone. Harleen is in and out. So some of these players are still in the fringes. They would want to use the WPL to make a stake and make a comeback into the Indian team. We have seen that with the men's team. A lot of players have
Right.
used the IPL format to make a comeback into the men's team. So why not? Why not for the women's team? I think Trisha Ghoshal
Right.
was messaging there that she would have gone
Yes,
for
yes.
Dene Van Meeker.
Then
Fair
when
point.
yes.
But your point, Shubhan, who would you go for now? Now that you have gone with Sophie Devine, you've got to go with Sophie Devine for another couple of games
Right.
before you make that shuffle.
Right. Another question, you have an opener in Disha Kasat, so maybe Divine can sit out. Trisha Ghoshal writes. Yes, Disha at number 3 or number 4 is a bit. I found it a bit surprising because Disha, with all the hype around, she has registered for the 100 this year as well. So she would want a really good tournament, and maybe in the opening slot as well. So it remains to be seen how it pans out today.
The problem with Trisha Ghoshal is look at her display picture in the question. It is with
Yeah.
Mitali Raj. I mean, when we send her to cover the WPL, people will accuse us of conflict of interest. That is a serious
Ah.
factor. Look at that display picture. Look at the smile on Devashish's face. All of us will have to ask Trisha Ghoshal, are you being objective or are you being biased? So that is a question Trisha will have to answer every day on the show. Whenever there is
and
feedback, Trisha will have to take the other side.
And that's the thing. I think even both of you will agree that we have to put our neutral hats on when we are on camera or when we are writing a report. We have to put our neutral
So
hats on,
how
and
does it
we
matter?
all,
It is WPL. Whichever team wins, India wins. Why? How is it? How
of
is that? What is
course,
the problem?
of
I
course,
mean, Trisha
of
is anyway
course.
Nari
Yeah.
Shakti. What do
Boriada,
you say
Boriada
about
has been saying it from day one. We are not supporting any team. We are for
Yes.
WPL. So
But
don't
I am
ask,
pretty sure Trisha is
don't
supporting
ask me
one
tricky
team.
questions. Which player? Because I am for WPL. That's the reason I am on this live. But jokes apart,
Absolutely,
I
she has
was
written. She
waiting
has
for you.
written. Absolutely objective, but fix still stays with Mitali. So you
no,
have an
no,
association there.
on a serious note, talking about Sophie
Yes.
Divine, if you pick him, you have to play. You have to play her. Means
Mm.
there's no two ways
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Because she's a captain of an international team, and maybe try a Disha Kasat in a small ground like a CCI, opening the batting. She can give you a quick start because she batted at number 4 in the last match. So perhaps see these are the opportunities that a player can make or break. Means who knows,
Mm.
one opportunity if she gets going, a quick fire 40-50, she might then RCB will have that balance around if she can
Mm.
get with Shriti and Disha Kasar, then you can have more options in the middle order.
Okay,
Shubhangi
before
mentioned
we get,
Yastika
yes, yes,
Bhatia.
please.
A quick
Huh.
point on Yastika. I mean, I know for a fact that before the World Cup in New Zealand, and it was last year, Yastika was practicing with Kiran More and hitting big sixes. She was
Mm.
specifically training with Kiran More and hitting the big sixes. I haven't seen her do that too many times
Yes,
see in
yes,
international cricket. Even in the
yes.
Commonwealth Games where she got going in a couple of games, a 48 odd. In South Africa, she got going a couple of times. One would want somebody like a Yastika Bhatia, who's a good fielder, good wicket
Yeah,
keeping option, has taken some excellent catches. So clearly is a left-hander. So you would
left.
want a Yastika Bhatia to get going, to have that second foil for a Richa Ghosh. Because
Right,
look, now a Richa Ghosh as a batter is a perfect finisher as well. But Richa Ghosh's wicket
right.
keeping is still pretty below par. If you think of the
Uh-huh.
World Cup as well, you would need a better keeper who is also a good batter, because gone are the days of conventional keepers. That's why Tanya Bhatia did not make the team. She's a far better keeper.
Right,
So you would want
right.
that option in a Yastika Bhatia and want her to hit those big shots, especially in the WPL.
Completely agree. But my next question is a bit tricky. We have seen so many ego battles in men's IPL, when it comes to captaincy, when it comes to vice captaincy, when it comes to being a face of a team. We have seen that with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, but will we see that in the form of Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana? Harmanpreet is now 34, I guess. Smriti Mandhana is the vice captain. So maybe Smriti in this particular match will be thinking, okay, I can defeat a Mumbai Indians, if I can defeat a Harmanpreet Kaur led team and get RCB going in this WPL, and maybe if they win this WPL later on, then I think it will cement Smithy's case as a future captain as well. What do you think, Debashish, Buria, both of you? Question for both of you.
Yeah, absolutely. If Shriti can win this IPL, the first IPL, then it will do a world of good. Means then the people will start debating why not get a Shriti if India doesn't do well. The next question that will arise automatically is that why is Shriti not given an opportunity to lead? Right, as was the case with the men's team when Virat was not going great guns, then people were questioning why not Rohit, why not Rohit, why is
Hmm.
Rohit made the captain? So similar questions will arise, but for that to happen, you need a you need to have a fan base, Subhan, which is the case with the men's IPL.
Hmm.
You had a strong fan base when IPL started in the initial inaugural year in 2008. You had already had a fan base, and that happened because you had this concept of home and away. Means we already discussed this issue because
Yeah,
for
yeah.
to have a fan base for say someone rooting for Sriti Mandana or someone rooting
Hmm.
for Harmanpreet Kaur, you need to have that fan base. Maybe we need to wait for a few more matches to go. Then we can have a certain fan base for all the teams.
My
But
answer to
Buria,
that is, Shubham,
yes.
both of these women are human. They are first human. So if
Hmm.
anybody comes and tells you that in that little subconscious mind, 3.4 crores and 1.8 crores will not play, then you are not talking reality. If I am a Harmanpreet Kaur and I am the captain of India, I am the top dog in the Indian team, I've got 1.8, and my vice captain's got 3.4, it's my day to prove a point. That look, I am the bigger brand, I am the top dog.
Right.
And there is no problem. These are
Hmm.
challenges within challenges. Every team has superstars, and both of these are super achievers, tremendous
Right.
players. So they will want to sort of excel and outdo each other, and that's great for the sport. Devashish was
Right.
talking about brand build and fan base. Look, the women's IPL, we keep talking about a lot of things that women's IPL or WPL rather, the biggest advantage of WPL is it has come at a time when social media is mature. It is at the drop of a hat you can get something to trend if you are a BCCI or any corporate.
Right.
2008, that was not there. During the
Right.
men's IPL, social media wasn't as mature. The effort was 20 times more. Digital wasn't 10% of what it is. It is a far easy
Right.
job today to build a brand than it was 15 years back in the absence of digital. So let us accept that women's IPL or WPL has it easy in that regard at least.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Yes,
I
Devashish.
to add to Boriada's point. Obviously, I was going to the social media handle of Mumbai Indians. You could see a Charlotte Edwards dancing when the
Yes.
team
Yes.
was entering the hotel. So and Nita Ambani being so involved, they getting the team in a huddle, making the players talk about Indians. So and
Hmm.
all I can say about Mumbai Indians, it's a happy family. You can see that they are one of the most successful IPL teams because it has got a lot to do with the franchise management and the way
Hmm.
the team is being handled. Because no need to worry, Harmanpreet Kaur. If you perform well, it will be taken care of. Because
Yeah,
no
yeah.
need
What
to
he's
perform
saying is,
8 crore.
money will be paid. He's absolutely right. I
Yeah,
mean, there is no debate.
no
Yeah.
need to
But
worry
what I'm
about
trying to
money.
tell
Yeah.
you, Shubham, what I'm trying to tell
Hmm.
you is this dance of Charlotte Edwards. When you go back to 2008, I'm sure the Kolkata
Hmm.
Knight Riders and Shah Rukh Khan danced after the Brendan McCullum innings in that party.
Yep.
Where is the video?
Yep.
Where is the video of that
Hmm.
dance? It doesn't
Yep.
exist. The
Exactly. That good point.
backstage is
Yes.
not there. Today it is there. And the moment you see that video, you're like, Are, what's going on? It is an easier game, Shubham. It is an easier game
Yeah.
today to popularize a brand, get people involved because social media doesn't cost you anything to open a Twitter account or a Facebook or an Instagram or a YouTube. Go and watch something. You can watch it on your phone. So the WPL has several advantages. It has to cash in on that, and what is important is to have best quality cricket day in day out. If you have that,
Yeah.
have close matches, not one-sided nonsense. If you have close, intense matches, then there is no reason why this will not take off as a brand.
And a small example of social media power, Kiran Navgire batted without a bat sponsor. Now the entire social media is using the hashtag give a bat sponsor to Kiran Navgire, including the likes of Grace Harris and Sophie Eccleston. So that's what social media can do. But before we quickly wrap up this show, your player to watch out for from this match. Devashish, you can go first.
Now, obviously, I would again like to see a battle between Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana because hardly
Uh,
times these two superstars of women cricket met. So that for me, I would be eagerly waiting. I will definitely watch the match to see the battle between these two superstars, two women cricketers.
If Harmanpreet
Boriada?
Kaur is fit, if Harmanpreet
Hmm.
Kaur has a proper shoulder, she should just come in and bowl that first over to Smriti Mandana. Just take that
Oh, that would be something.
psychological pressure. Face me, hit me. The moment you do that, hit me, one over. And the first over is always the most circumspect over because a couple of
Yeah.
balls, and she's an off spinner. She's an off spinner,
Yeah.
come round, bowl to Smriti Mandana. And if she gets Smriti Mandana, imagine what that will do to the Mumbai Indians. These are little battles, and that's what adds spice.
Oh, so that's some call. But the last question, your prediction for this match, RCB versus Mumbai Indians. Who is winning this one? Boriada, let's start with you.
Again, I mean, it frankly doesn't matter to me. I would want RCB to win just because they've lost the first match. I want the tournament to sort of become intense and not one team to fall by the wayside.
Mhm.
But I frankly don't care. I want to see good quality cricket. I want to see packed stands. I want to see people enjoying. And hello, I don't want women spectators alone. Just like this show,
Yeah.
all men, I want men and women in the stands. For that's the only way this brand will grow.
Yep. Devashish?
I would be rooting for Mumbai Indians.
We have a bias. Joydipta would have continuously picked Surya Kumar Yadav as his player to watch out from in the T20 World Cup. Now we have Devashish Da picking Mumbai Indians as his team. So that was a great show. We'll be back with the post match, and hopefully we'll have a clear cut humdinger. We want a humdinger. We don't want one sided matches in this tournament. If we have a nail biter, we will have something to talk about in the post-match show. But let's hope for a match. The first ball is all set to be bowled. Thank you, Buriada. Thank you, Devashish Da. We'll be back in the post-match show.
Thank you. Thank you.